This is the podcast of LTC exclusive news story show with Justin Okpu.
And engagements.
Igbo groups endorse Anioma state creation in Nigeria's southeast region.
Panes and Igbo has finally given full support for the creation of Anioma state.
Compliments of the season. It is Tuesday, 16 December 2025. In a few weeks from today, we shall be looking forward to calling off this year, as well as the ushering into a new year 2026. You're welcome to an exclusive news story show with Justin Okpu, a special podcast concept created by LTC Radio and Television Initiative. On today's news story show, we shall share with you the whole story about the creation of Anioma state in the southeast region, currently under consideration at the 10th National Assembly, Abuja. So first, we begin with the current trending news about the Anioma state creation proposal, sponsored by distinguished Senator Nwoko, representing Delta North Senatorial District. Thereafter, we shall conclude the news story show with the true details of the proposal and the current status of the process. Thanks for watching the exclusive news story show with Justin Okpu.
I've been the technical committee chairman for the
Anioma state to become the sixth state of the southeast.
Nwoko, no single document. Why didn't you say it?
He's hearing us. Yes. Support Anioma state.
This is the podcast of LTC exclusive news story show with Justin Okpu.
It has been noted throughout the period after the Anioma State's public hearing that some people are going about to ensure that Anioma State is not created. This is very sad. After the public hearing that was held in Uyo, nobody talked about it because there was no opposition to the proposal, and so therefore the processes were complete until when it became very obvious that the state will be created after the joint sitting amongst the two houses of assembly, both the lower and the upper arm of the National Assembly, took a firm decision on creating one additional state into the southeast region. That is when they now realized that it was very certain and obviously that there's going to be a state created, an additional state created in the southeast region. So they decided to put themselves together to ensure that this does not happen, just because of one single person who thinks he's so wise and he wants to control the whole Delta North. Decided to do what? To start to look for how to truncate it. Unfortunately for him, unfortunately for this power-drunk individual who has held the entire Delta North for quite a while, decided to realize that if this happens to him, that means that's the end of him and his political gimmicks. So he started to use people, started to use leaders, which resulted to a situation whereby some of those elected leaders went and now wrote some kind of joinders to reject, that proposal. And even as far as some members of the current members of the House of Assembly and House of Rep signed documents rejecting it. Not only that, they started to see how they can go and influence the Southeast region caucus of the House of Rep and House of Assembly. But unfortunately for, like I said earlier, fortunately for this same person, the Southeast caucus or the Southeast region generally appreciate and understand why it is important for Anioma State to be created. That will actually boost them a lot of things. It boosts the capacity as a region and as a regional bloc, political bloc. It adds an added advantage to the entire Southeast region. They went ahead to see how they could influence them by trying to confuse people with some sort of proposal which has not been tendered at all in the House of Rep, bringing issues about the capital being located into the Southeast region, as well as trying to see how they can truncate it in all manner that they think they could be able to do it. Unfortunately for them, it became very, very, very sad for them that those are not working. For the past few days and few weeks, there had been various and several meetings to see how they can come up with a single state proposal that will be agreed between Anioma and the Anioma people and the Southeast people, the Igbos generally. These are the things that has been coming out from feelers. However, there are also feelers that this will not stop at that. They are even going ahead to begin to see how they can bribe people, to deny that access, to deny that important decision to create this state. But unfortunately for them, they will have it. This led to even a situation whereby we had youth going out in mass to ensure that they support and ask the government of the day to support the Anioma state creation, which eventually the state government, through the chief of staff of the state, Delta State government, said that there was never a time that the Delta State government is opposing the creation of Anioma State. It is still the same set of people within us, the very few people, there are very few of them that are trying to do this, but it has gotten to a stage that we all have to come out and see how we can to ensure that this is done properly. What we just demand the federal government to do right now is to do what? To ensure that we carry out a referendum that will make everyone to be able to participate in this decision, not just a few people, not just people who won't think about their pocket. Let the federal government decide to create a referendum for everyone to participate. Everyone can have a voice at that moment, not by going to control people by proxy or by trying to ensure that people do not say exactly what they want to have to do. We want development in Anioma State, particularly within the portions that are actually underdeveloped. We want to bring good things. We want to bring good governance to our people. That is why we're determined to ensure that we have a self-determination and a self-development and self-actualization. We really need the state. We really need the Anioma State creation. It is very important. It's very vital to our existence. For the fact that over since 1938, this administration has been running so hard, and this is the time for us to be able to. This is the only opportunity we have for us to create it, because the federal government, the federal government has decided to create additional state, and this is important for us. We have the same culture, we have the same tradition. We're actually principally we are Igbos. We only have dialects, difference in dialects, and that is what it is. But we have the same thing. We basically have the same thing in culture, in tradition, even in language. It's just some little diverse of dialect that makes a little difference. But then it's all, we say the same word, we use the same idiom, use the same lingo. Everything that we say is about the Igbos. All we do is about the Igbos. So why will anyone want to destroy us? We have to change our attitude, change our mind the way we need to change it. We need to talk to people. We need to come out in mass to ensure that this is done. Anioma State must be created. Obviously, it must be created. No one can take it away from us. We are certainly, and we are out here to do it the way we want to do it. We want it out. We really want it to ourselves. If we have this state created, we have all opportunity and the space for us to develop in our own pace. And so therefore, we will honestly think that anyone that is here to oppose it is an enemy of the people, the enemy of our collective will, enemy of our collective destiny. And so we will not take it lightly. We will not take this lightly from anyone. We are going to go all out to ensure that Anioma State is created, whether they like it or not. And don't forget to follow us on all social platforms while you also share this podcast with your contacts. Thank you very much.